but I talk about Christianity the most because it is worldwide. It's like everybody wants to be a Christian. And I'm not knocking that you want to be a Christian. I am knocking the theology of Christianity. Because, see, y'all don't know how to separate things. You'll hear me talk about religion and think that I don't love God. Y'all have created religion as if it is God, and it is not. God is separate. We don't need religion to know God. So the concept of religion, like I said, it was a separatist ideal, and we have to ask ourselves the question, like I said this earlier, what happened to the people that existed before Jesus? If they couldn't be saved, but they lived their life right, but because they couldn't be Christian, because Christianity didn't exist, you telling me that they went to hell? Because y'all say that everybody who is not a Christian is going to hell. I think that's bullshit. First of all, I don't even believe in heaven and hell. I believe in reincarnation. And reincarnation don't mean that you coming back to earth either. You can go serve somewhere else. If you're a fool if you think that we're the only living beings in the motherfucking universe. Because they didn't have someone to save them. Because, I mean, humans have been here a long time. Humans have been here a long time. Millions of years. And the concept of Jesus was just, 2,025 years ago. You talking about millions versus a couple thousand. You where I'm going? It doesn't make sense. And you know it doesn't. So then we have this theory that it's going to only be 144,000 people in heaven. I don't know. It's just too much going on. Like, you see how I'm scratching my head. It's just, know that the best way to get to God is to connect to all things in this world. Meaning you should love that tree outside. That tree should not be bothering you. Even if it's overgrowing into your way, you can be like, man, the tree getting in the way. let me just get rid of some of the limbs. We got to live together. But really, I don't think we should hate any living thing. And I'm working on that because bugs really get on my fucking nerves. But seriously, everything serves a purpose. Everything serves a purpose. Every living being serves. And if it didn't, why is it here? Including you. If you feel like you are purposeless, you are lying to yourself. Now that is evil at play. That is the separatist ideal at play. Like, we get into these points where we feel like we got to question. Don't question God, but question who people are in the sense of their sexuality, in the sense of their race. Because if you are going to be foolish to think that race does not have a lot to do with religion, especially Christianity. I'm sorry, Christianity is the white man's religion. He fed it to us on a platter at our lowest form while we was out there in the fields, hoping and praying for freedom that they could have very well gave us. But instead they gave us the Bible. And they altered that Bible and made you feel like you would go to heaven as long as you was a good fucking slave. Comply, nigga. I get a little irritated when I think about it because I don't know how other black people don't. And I'm not here to knock you guys. I'm here to wake you the fuck up. And some of y'all will be like, well, you the one that's sleep. If I'm asleep, please keep me in this beautiful slumber, even though it doesn't feel beautiful because I am so aware. Can you imagine how Jesus felt? First of all, Jesus would be talking to you like this. If you see me looking over here, I'm looking at myself. Now I'm looking at you. Jesus would be talking to you like this. Jesus would be like, whatever the fuck they taught you in my name, forget it. Start over. I'm gonna be honest, I personally think if Jesus existed, because I would hope that he did. Even if he didn't, we have made him a real thing. We have. Even if he never existed before, we have made Jesus a real thing. He's a real concept, at least. But if he existed, I feel like he felt like I do. Like I do. Like, I want you guys to just love each other. Fuck religion. Fuck if you believe in Jesus. Fuck if you believe in anything other than yourself. I need you. I will hope you believe in something a little bigger than you. It don't have to be the concept of a man in the sky, because I don't believe that either. But I do know that there is something bigger at play going on. So being grateful for whatever this existence is the same thing as thanking God. Regardless, you don't have to thank God to practice gratitude. And regardless of if you're verbally or mentally thanking God directly, if you're grateful, he feels it, she feels it, they feel it anyway. You feel me? Because it is the vibration. It's the consciousness. Everything is energy. And that means that energy can be negative and positive. That means that the God that you love is not always good. God should be your first lesson in unconditional love. Because God gonna make you go through some things that make you feel like they don't love you. Because why in the fuck I gotta suffer like this? Why you letting it happen, right? That's gonna always be the thing that you think. But then you learn why later on. And you like, wow, God really do love me? Because how else was I going to learn this lesson? Think of it like a parent. As a parent, I can tell you right now, as a parent, the hardest thing for me personally is to have to punish my child, because I don't want to hurt her. But I know I have to. I have to hurt her feelings sometimes. Because when we are not moving right or in accordance to the will of good of others and ourselves, sometimes you got to get shook the fuck up. I would say at least 90% of the time we cause our own suffering anyway. So we look the guy upset that we're suffering, but bitch, what did you do to create the catalyst to that suffering? Now, the only thing you don't have control over is the family that you were born into. Your race, you know what I'm saying? Your gender, your sexuality, your sexual orientation. You don't have no choice. I don't care what y'all say. I'll talk about that later too. But that was the only thing you had control over. Alright? Everything else is a series of cause and effect. Your choices, the effect of your choices. Maybe you're like, you know what? I grew up Christian, which most of us did. I still love God, but I have so many different questions about Christianity. I have so many uncomfortable feelings about Christianity, especially if you are someone who's queer, right? Who you have these feelings again that they tell you shouldn't have, and you're like, well, you tell me the sin is in my thought. I can't stop thinking about being attracted to my same gender. I can't stop thinking about that. If the sin is in my thought and I can't stop thinking about that, I'm never going to be free from that sin. No matter if I act on that thought or not, I can't be free from the thought, because the thought keeps coming in. So when y'all be like, pray the gay away, I'm delivered. You're never delivered, because it's instinctual. You're wired that way. God made you gay. Oh, somebody died when I just said that. I felt it. You died on the inside, didn't you? God made them gay. God made you straight if you straight. I got a theory on that too. But I'm also writing a book, so I'm not going to share too much. But I'm going to share enough that when you read this book, along with watching my content, if you're doing both, you will get a fuller picture. And the book is probably not going to come out until probably next year or the end of this year. It's 2025, by the way.